We all hope to age gracefully so we can enjoy our later years full of energy, vitality, and good health. But so often, with age, our bodies start to show signs that things just aren't as they used to be. Our energy, skin, healing and recovery time, sleep, it all just seems to go downhill. Unless you're using LifeWave. Since 2004, LifeWave has been delivering its amazing life-enhancing technology to people across the world, always helping the body do what it was designed to do, only better. And as it turns out, the best was yet to come. David Schmidt, our founder, creative force, and world-class inventor behind LifeWave technology, has recently achieved something in the field of regenerative science with a single LifeWave patch that researchers worldwide, spending years and billions of dollars, could not. Introducing LifeWave X39, the world's first product ever to activate stem cells. A true breakthrough in regenerative science that helps restore our bodies to a healthier, more youthful state in a way no other product can. The secret? By harnessing the power of LifeWave's patented phototherapy, X39 uses light to elevate a peptide proven to signal the activation of stem cells. Think about it. These are the cells that generate and regenerate all the cells and structures of the human body. They're the building blocks for our organs, tissues, blood, and immune system. They also serve as an internal repair system everywhere. But as we age, stem cells become less effective. Their ability to repair damaged tissue is reduced. In fact, by age 60, they've slowed dramatically. But all that changes when just one LifeWave X39 patch is placed anywhere on the body each day. Instead of older and less effective stem cells, X39 supports the production of younger and healthier stem cells. This amazing level of control over your vitality and well-being was simply not possible, let alone this easy, until now. And the best part? Like all LifeWave patches, X39 is safe, non-invasive, and incredibly cost-effective. Look what people are saying about LifeWave X39. Backed by clinical studies, multiple patents, and 20 years of development, any one of these benefits would be impressive. But X39 is so effective, it can influence everything about your body. How you look, feel, perform, and heal. It's time you experience the power of X39. Live long, live well, live younger. Experience the power of LifeWave today.
Hey everybody, Doug here from the Frog News Network, getting ready prepping for our show tonight, but I wanted to send out this quick video to you guys about the Grow Live Academy. It's how we started live streaming. We had no idea what we were doing. I bought Ken's course and we literally went from zero to now when we stream. The last stream we did, we had 5,500 people on the stream. Unbelievable. And here's a screenshot to show you guys. And the one before that, we had 4,000 people on the stream. And here's a screenshot of that as well. But I want to tell you how great the course is because it taught us all about business, not only live stream, there's so many other things, the equipment you'll need to live stream, different titles to get live streams going, how not to be shy in front of the camera, how to speak correctly, all the things you need to do to grow your business and just crush your competition. The value is outstanding with the Grow Live Academy. I'd like to thank Ken Walls and everybody associated with the Grow Live Academy. They've helped grow my show into this great thing now, and I feel like I'm touching and helping so many people. So I recommend it 110%. The value of what you get is incredible. Thank you, Ken, not only my coach, but also my friend. Thank you so much, Ken. All right, guys, you're live with Mike and Doug. Where are you calling in from? I'm Doug Kuzma, and that is Mike Penny. Say hello, Mike. Uh-oh, you're freezing. Hi from Mississippi, Ohio in the house, Florida in the house, Arkansas in the house, Texas in the house. Go ahead, Mike, if you can hear me.
Can you hear me?
You're freezing just a little bit, but go ahead.
South Louisiana in the house. Kinley, North Carolina joining us in the house. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Lake Wanapaka I think that's what it said. Northwest Ohio, Clarksville, Tennessee, and Lone Tree, Colorado.
New Jersey, Pennsylvania in the house, North Carolina house, Indiana. Welcome to the show, you Mike live with Mike and Doug. Buffalo, New York, Arkansas in the house. Welcome to the show, Tampa. Go ahead, Mike.
Somebody's moving from Camel Toe, Texas. Can you hear me?
Yes.
North Carolina, Patriot. Welcome, Spartanburg, Nebraska.
You are freezing like crazy. Nebraska in the house, North Carolina, Wales, UK in the house, Sweetwater, Tennessee, Pennsylvania, Las Vegas, Tampa, Boise City, Louisiana, North Carolina in the house, Flashbang in the house, White Castle, Kentucky. Welcome to the show. You're live with Doug. Mike will be back. He's going to try to come back in. Sometimes that helps with the stream. Mascot, Tennessee in the house, Wilbury Island, Washington State, Kentucky in the house. And let me add Mike back. There he is live. That looks way better, brother. Williamsburg, Texas.
Hey.
Go ahead.
Hey.
You're freezing up again.
Hey.
Go ahead if you can hear me.
All right. Maricopa, Arizona, Corpus Christi, Texas. Trump fan in the house. Welcome.
Longville, Texas in the house. Frog, Alabama. Spring Lake, Michigan in the house. Illinois, Froggy Mountain, Georgia. New Boston, Texas in the house. Vienna, Virginia. Fayetteville, North Carolina, and Annapolis, Maryland. Go ahead, Mike.
Maine in the house. Sedalia, Missouri. We got Memphis, and we got Biden's leg hair up in New York hanging out with us.
Minnesota in the house.
Betty Green, I missed it. Lebo, Kansas.
Toilet Bowl, Oregon in the house. Lily Pad, North Carolina. That's a good name. Augusta, Georgia in the house. Corn Pop from Texas. Y'all too much with the names. Daytona Beach. Go ahead, Mike.
Virginia Beach in the house. Mike and Doug. Welcome. You're live with Mike and Doug. Brazil. Wow. Brazil in the house.
Kiss My Grits, Texas. Texas City, Texas. Colorado Springs. Ohio, California, hotter than heck, Northwest somewhere. It went away. Seattle, Washington, Auburn, Illinois, East Coast of Canada. Go ahead, Mike.
Corrupt, Illinois is present. Sand Hills in the middle of Nebraska is present. We got London, Ohio, Cotton, Ohio, San Jose, California, and Painted Post, New York. Welcome.
Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Ontario, Michigan in the house, Missouri in the house, Chattanooga, Tennessee, and Kentucky. You're live with Mike and Doug. Hampton, Ohio. I can't say it. Go ahead, tongue twister.
Fayetteville, Arkansas. Iowa, there you go. Fayetteville, Arkansas. The Mama Bears are from Iowa, right? Hampton, Virginia. Fish,
Ohio.
Alaska. Steptoe, Washington. Patriot Town, Kentucky. And let's see, all over the USA. Welcome.
Frog Heaven. Riggy. From McFay, Oregon. We're going to talk a little bit about him tonight. The more I think about it, we got to talk about him. I believe it's real relevant. Camel Toe, Texas. All right, then. I ain't going no further than that. Turkish Bath, Miami, Florida.
Harry Biscuit, Illinois.
Well, hair on the biscuit. Pelosi's leg hair. I'm trying to keep my dinner down, guys. Ohio in the house. Trout Run, Pennsylvania in the house. Biden. Well, I'm just not even going to say that. Northeast Pennsylvania. Hollywood in the house. the firing squad at Gitmo in the house. Gator country. That's right. Molly Hatchet, baby. Statesboro, South Carolina. Don't forget, what two more weeks we be in at the next show down there in South Carolina.
Show them how to get tickets, Doug.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that up right now, right there. I'm fixing to put that up.
Yuma, Arizona. We got Mama's Basement in the house. Lake George, New York. I guarantee you, Mama's Basement won't be empty for long. Simi Valley, California. We got a bunch of Frog Nights in the house. Welcome, Frog Nights.
Listen, guys, there's only 500 tickets to the event in Spartan, not Spartans, but just Spartanburg, South Carolina. Lynn Wood will be the main speaker. That is confirmed as of yesterday. That is huge. No Biden in the house. Camel Toe Harris, Bronx, New York in the house. You're live with Mike and Doug. Welcome to the show.
What's the code they need to use, Doug?
What's that?
No, do they need to have a code to use?
There's no codes for that. We're just selling tickets. We get our booth for free because we sell it.
I got you. All right.
Trump won.
I'm on board with that. Step toe for Trump.
Southern California in the house.
Battle Frogs in the house. Arizona by way of Southern Cal in the house. Welcome.
Yeah, you wish I would say that on the air. That slip by
Lynn Wood was correct on the Florida governor. Did y'all hear that? Lynn Wood was
really
the Florida governor. Uh-oh.
What was wrong with the Florida governor?
What?
Thought he was the best governor in the world. What's going on?
We had to go back to hole in the house. Mile, Texas in the house. British Columbia, Canada.
BC, Pembroke, Dock, UK in the house.
Wow.
Headboard on.
Joe not in the White House.
I don't know who's in there, but there was I ain't gonna say we'll show you. Ain't nothing like breaking the news. One of my trusted sources got me some video from up there today.
Let's go ahead and kickstart it, man. We're about to let the cat out of the bag.
All right. Don't forget, guys, Liberty Events, where you get your tickets to Spartanburg, South Carolina. Go to that website, and it'll tell you that. I believe it's what, the 10th? I'd have to look it up. I think it's
Spartanburg is the 10th.
It's on a Saturday. It starts at 9 in the morning. So you probably, if you come from a long ways away, you might want to spend the night before and get your hotel. There's a Hojo right across the street. And for you young folks, that's a Howard Johnson's. I didn't think there was many. Yeah, I already got the ticket info in there, bro, but thanks. All right, so let me clear the screen. Let me do one more thing before we get started. All right, and that's for that. And listen, guys, let me find it. Here it is. Liberty Water. Let me just say one thing because I want to grab mine got here today. Liberty Water, go on the back, you scan that right there. You'll get all kind of cool scan for America's founding documents. Spring water, I got a case of it. It comes with a pocket constitution, which you should know by heart. You should know this right here. But anyways, the water came in today. I want to give them a shout out, Liberty Water. And we never talk numbers, but the one we hit last night is very unique.
There we go. Guys, we're in awe of what happened last night with the Liberty Water campaign, okay? And we're not talking dollars and cents. We're talking biblical, okay? Biblical. The end number was 1776 on the bottle of water last night.
Insane.
All right.
How does that happen?
1776.
Same as the number he's got up there. He showed a screenshot of sales yesterday, and that's what it came to. I can't make this stuff up. So that's crazy. That's crazy good, okay? But anyways, I wanted to get that in there. Hey, Mike, I know you got some stuff, so you go ahead and start off, and I got some stuff after that.
Load it up, brother. You go ahead. You got more than I do.
All right. Well, let
I'm
me
just
go
gonna
with
follow
mine.
up with you.
Let me get to mine's. So all right, I'm going to share my
God is good.
screen.
Amen to that.
I don't know how many people have seen this, but let me know when you see my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to show you this video. I'm not going to do 45 minutes, but I'm fixing to show you something. I'm getting real Carolina. I'm fixing to show you something that no news network covered. It doesn't seem like a whole lot of deal. It's just that Marine One landing at the White House.
That came out of nowhere, guys. Like,
here's the thing. I'm going to skip ahead in the video. Right now, it doesn't look like nothing but that helicopter landing. But let me go on and forward it about 15 minutes. Then a little bit more. Now look at the balcony at the bottom. Biden ain't drew that many people at one of his rallies. What's going on at the White House? Look at how many people are out on that balcony. That thing is packed. Okay, and this is 45 minutes. I'm going to skip ahead. That's 30 minutes later. It's still packed. People are walking up the sides. It is packed out there. There's been nobody at the White House for a long, 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 long time. And now it's packed. I'm sure it's not because of him, but that's just my opinion. Let me go to the next thing. All right, can you see my screen, Mike, still?
Yes, sir.
Well, can you see that Joe Biden's wearing a bulletproof vest right there?
I sure can.
Okay, that's what we need to know. Now, here's another one. I think the gentleman here's wearing one. Joe Manchin, when they showed him in another picture, looked like he was wearing one. And here's the whole thing behind this shot is, look who's hiding behind here so they don't get shot at. Who's that?
Wow. They're taking pictures and she's hiding behind a pole.
Yeah, because they're convinced that these people are not the real people. These people are clones, and they're doubles, all of them. But they're all wearing bulletproof vests because they're scared they're going to get shot at now. Remember when they said there'd be a time when they couldn't walk down the street? It's that time, Mike.
That's a lot of panic, Doug.
And let me share this with you, and I don't need to go, and I'm going to come out of the screen share, and we can go in discussion about this. But I'm convinced in my heart that guy that used to do the antivirus stuff is a gigantic part of the switch that starts everything. He ain't dead, just like Jeffrey Epstein ain't dead. 2 to 3 hours after he supposedly died in that Spain prison, a Department of Defense Learjet flew to the United States in Washington. I'm sure they fly from that close to that prison all the time. I doubt it. But that was the switch. He has a 31 terabyte hard drive, and every one of the computers for Hillary and all them other idiots had McVeigh's antivirus software. He had the ability to go in and steal all their information.
Guys, he's the one that gave them the computer with it on there.
That's
16 of them.
He's got it all. Dirt on every one of them. He said if I ever got hurt, they would automatically switch it on. So they staged his death to release it all. What a better way to do it without our government being involved, Mike.
Absolutely. And I agree with what they said in the comments. He's more important than Snowden and Julian Assange put together.
Absolutely. And here's the thing, and people start putting things together. All right, and people, you've seen the pictures. Now start making sense of what's going on. When they blew up the FBI building, and they claimed it was from diesel fuel and fertilizer and all that. The way that building came down looked like a demolition. Look at the building in Miami. He owned some of the rooms in that building that came down, they were trying to get that hard drive out of that building. And that's why that building got blown up. 2 blocks away from where Trump's kids live in a condo down there. So this is, go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry. You freeze a little bit there.
All right. So, guys, before we jump way too far ahead, we don't know for sure black hats or white hats nabbed McAfee, okay? But it was definitely the dead man's switch, all right? That leads me to believe white hats have control, all right? It also leads me to believe that not only was that thumbnail hard drive thing in that building that was taken down, but it was also hard copy documents. All right, hard copy documents were in that building as well. I know that for a fact.
You ready for this? Guess where else it's backed up? On the biggest server in the world, probably. And it sounds crazy, but it's backed up on Pornhub. They have gigantic servers. Somehow he disguised it in a different name, and all that information's on their servers too, which are well hidden if you don't know throughout the world. They thought this out real good before they decided to hit the dead man switch. So this could be actually, I know we always say that, but this makes more sense of all of it than waiting on the government to declassify everything and just let some notorious person declassify everything and let it be wide open. He said he would release it to the news outlets. Please release some of it to me. I'll be glad to get it out for you. You know what I mean? Please give me some of it. Because if the news won't put it on, you can bet your ass I'll put it on. You know that's right. So that's a little bit of what's going on today. Now, you got to say to yourself, why did that helicopter? You got to ask yourself questions now and start adding things up. Biden can't pull 10 people at a rally and he don't know his name. Now he's doing real weird shit like, I wrote the whole bill. He's getting really weird, guys. So what were all them people doing at the White House? Either they were filming something for a future event or something's really going on. You know what? Wouldn't you agree, Mike?
Absolutely. A lot is going on. More than just something. I mean,
that was definitely creepy when he was whispering yesterday. And how, well, if this is anybody else, if 45 did stuff like that, they'd want him evaluated by a doctor by the end of the day. Right?
They would have took him down and they would have white coated his ass just now during.
Yeah, you got to come with us, sir. Sorry, putting you in a straight jacket.
Yeah, they got a straight jacket. Yeah. Guys, it has to be a lot of pressure, whether you have all your marbles or not, whether your elevator goes to the top floor. Has to be a lot of pressure for somebody to pin a bulletproof vest on your ass and then set you out in front of a possible shooter, okay, and tell you to talk about shit. All right.
Hey, look, I
might not be able to hold all that together either. But the thing you have to understand is they've been doing this for years. Okay, so we know his wherewithal is gone. All right, the actor is doing a damn good job of playing that part. So what really strikes me in this is one. Bob Marley hiding behind the post, and two, her fake ass trip to El Paso.
Yeah, she went nowhere where she needed to be. She might as well went to Canada, because the problem wasn't where she went.
No, exactly. So the plot is thickening more and more every day, like Doug is saying, guys, and it's speeding up. Okay, so now we have an elitist with a ton of declassification getting ready to drop, right? The dead man switch guy. All right. We have that. We have a statement from Trump saying sooner than later. All right. The day's the 25th. Tomorrow's the 26th. Rally in Ohio, Arizona, a word. Okay. All right. We got Flashbang whispering his speech on stage. Okay. We got Bob Marley hiding behind poles. I mean, she's a damn pole dancer. Why is she hiding behind them?
That guy is scared for his life.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Wilford Romney, standing there looking like a ghost as well, dressed with a bulletproof vest on. Guys, we are getting closer every day. I still think from what Flynn said, and we're going to talk about this more in a minute, but from what Flynn said, I still think we got 3 to 4 more weeks of the movie. Yeah. I do not think we have 3 to 4 more weeks before 19 returns.
Right. Here's another thing you got to realize, okay? That was the bulletproof vest showing through. They wanted you to see that because they actually make clothes that right now that are bulletproof and they don't even look like bulletproof vests. And they had them when Obama took office. They showed how they made bulletproof material to make a suit, and it didn't bulge or nothing. It was just like regular material. They wanted to show you they were protecting his life today for a reason. Like they could have easily just put them kind of suits on him, but they made them look like, oh God, they're all targets standing out. And listen, here's the thing you don't never see is they very rarely ever come outside and talk to do a news conference. And did you notice the microphone was set up for a midget? It was like 2 feet off the ground. They were talking 2 feet down to the microphone. It was nowhere near their heads. Would that make them an easier target that way? I don't know. But a lot of things didn't make sense in that picture. Nobody, they're talking about we made a deal. That nobody looked happy in the picture.
It's just like when he was signing executive orders in the beginning, He started at the big desk. The next time the desk got smaller, and the next time the desk got smaller. Okay, and I mean it's I gotta believe that it's part of the humor of 19 playing out some of this stuff.
Yeah. Who is McVeigh? Remember, he's the one that has the antivirus software, and his company said he was nuts, so he sold us part of it, and then they tried to accuse him of a murder in Belize or something like that, and he finally was arrested and taken into Spain's custody. But they've been trying to get him to come back to the United States because they knew he had this information. Been trying to get him ever since I think Trump was in office. I mean, it's been like 5-6 years. They've been going after him, and he keeps moving. He had lookalikes, doubles, clones. So it's all been part of the movie. Evidently, he was part of the movie from the start.
Yes.
And you would have never known that till right now. Now he's supposedly dead. Supposedly, allegedly. And then a DOT plane fly. And another thing I must tell you guys that I'm learning how to do now through one of our listeners that I'm going to help out, and he's going to be part of our show. Just once in a while, he's going to come on. He's teaching me how to use the same tool that MonkeyWorks uses. And that's pretty cool. I can look up how many planes are in the sky. I don't know, like MonkeyWorks knows all the planes, which ones, but I can tell you this. When I was looking today at it, just military planes, the border is full of helicopters and reconnaissance planes like I ain't never seen. I mean, just in like a 30-mile radius, there was like 40 planes. Crazy. So they're all over that. So I'm learning how to use that software. And as I get better, I'll start taking screenshots during the day, let you know what's going on in D.C. as far as military planes, what is going back and forth. I know MonkeyWorks does a great job. I just want to learn how to use it myself. And our buddy is teaching us how. I don't even know if he wants me to mention his name, but he's teaching me how to do that stuff. He's the one that fixed my computer. So I appreciate your help, bro. He's the one that also got my printer working. He's pretty amazing guy. So he wanted to come on once in a while, but he didn't have a microphone and he didn't have a light or a camera. So that's all on the way to him now. He's going to get that so he can come on. He's got plenty of intel.
So supposedly there are signs posted all over the north side of Montana saying, "Don't shoot Russian troops." That's
You're kidding me.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Cheeto Trucking with Jesus is saying that. Timing is everything, guys. God's timing especially.
Yeah, I just You can feel it amping up now. That was, of course, none of that. An event like that at the White House, you would think that the news would cover that. You follow what I'm saying? They didn't have a camera there. It was Nancy Drew that filmed it. And she just got it up in time for me to show you that. That thing ran like 45 minutes. I just kind of skipped through it and showed you the amount of people that gathered on the balcony. It had to be 50, 100 people. He can't get that many people at a rally. He damn sure ain't gonna get them at the White House when it's empty.
Well, they couldn't shove that many people out the door, it appears.
No. I mean, so it's crazy. Yeah, I just wanted to learn how to run that software, and the gentleman that's showing me really knows what he's doing. Yeah, I'm sorry, I did pronounce his name wrong. McFay, is that how you say it, man? McAfee. Excuse me. You got to remember, I'm dyslexic. Okay.
Now, if you'll look at the Oklahoma bombings where Timothy McVeigh was supposed to, if you'll look at the Oklahoma bombings and compare them, they're very similar. So the same tools were used. You know,
what was the name of the guy that blew that up?
Timothy McVeigh. So the names are very close as well. Yes, his name is McAfee.
McAfee. Okay. Thank you, Dan. Here you go. Here's for the people that are illiterate. That's me, McAfee. Now I got it, man. Thanks, guys.
You guys are awesome.
It's amping up like never before. We talked about. Listen, I can't even go into it, but Forex is starting to trade stuff. I can't even talk about it. But pay attention to what's going on. That's the key that the RV's coming. That's all I can say. Can't say anymore. So that it's coming. And once that comes, then we get GESARA. Then everything starts. It's the first thing that's got to happen. So I'm looking like Mike said, people are saying July 4th. That's a satanic holiday.
All right.
I'm looking for things to happen before that.
All right. So now the news is making clowns out of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Okay. If you'll look at my Facebook timeline and you'll see one of the posts where Tucker went on live TV, said something pretty crude about Miley, General Miley, or Mealy, or however you pronounce it. Maybe y'all will help me with that one. But I know came to his defense. Just so happens this general happens to be a clown himself, who was responsible for the poor job that was done in the Afghanistan war, and he was part of the cover-up to keep the American people from finding out how poorly that war was managed and how badly we actually did during the Bush administration.
Imagine how big our show's going to be if they keep the internet up but take all the news channels down. We'll have like 6 million views a night.
Millie. Okay, Millie. Okay.
Millie. Hey, listen, we from the South. We pronounce it the way we fixing to get it right.
Millie is a traitor. Absolutely. I think that's the way to go.
Is he the one that said he read all the communist books, but that don't make him a communist?
Yes.
Is that the idiot you're talking about? That guy needs, they said they need to rip the stars right off of his uniform. That guy's an idiot. Well, he might be there. If he might be on his way there now, though, to Gitmo.
Right.
Yeah, I remember that guy was
McVeigh. Timothy McVeigh was Oklahoma City.
Supposedly, he was the one.
And he was just a patsy. He was just a patsy, guys. Okay,
just like the guy in Las Vegas
was Arkansas job too.
The guy that shot all the people in Vegas, that wasn't him. He was a patsy. They killed him, and all them people were shot out of a helicopter. They were trying to get to the Saudi Arabian prince, and they wanted to kill him. And 45 gave him the information about it and got him hid in time to save his life. And that's when they capitulated. Right at the week after that, they capitulated to Trump, and then he had the sword and the sword dance. If you watch that movie, that's on my timeline about the Silk River with Charlie Freak Sense. Telling you, man, it's 2.5 hours. By the time you're done, your skin will be crawling watching it, won't they, Mike?
Oh yeah. Lee Harvey Oswald was another famous patsy. Who else was another famous patsy? They made patsies out of the people who got Martin Luther and let's see, the second Kennedy in the hotel. That guy was a patsy. He wasn't on his own. They did all the shot trajectory years later and figured out that he wasn't by himself. And in fact, the shot he fired wasn't the kill shot. It was a shot from behind the ear that was the kill shot, which couldn't have came from him. Yeah, Robert Kennedy. That's right.
It's funny. It's not none of it's funny, but they say that John F. Kennedy was not in that car that day. That was actually a clone of him that got shot and killed, and he ended up living the rest of his life. And in a couple of videos at Trump rallies, it shows an old guy that's about 90 that looks almost exactly like him. And then, you hear rumors that he lived his life out until last year. Sometime he passed away. So did his brother. They used clones that got shot and killed and not real people. So, we'll find out more after everything's revealed about people that you think are deceased that are actually alive. The three people before they died that came to see Trump and then they passed away, Michael Jackson, Princess Diana, and Elvis. They all came and seen Trump, and then within the next week, they suddenly died. Just remember that he's a pro at hiding people. Yes, Elvis, and we got pictures of him at Graceland. He's a pastor now. He says he don't never want to come back. He don't want the fame no more.
People like that don't want the fame no more. A phone call update from Ree. That's why I blipped out. If you
Okay.
let me finish the statement, and I'm gonna call Ree back. She's giving me some GESARA.
Okay, go ahead. I got plenty to talk about.
Okay,
Go ahead,
very
because you're
important.
breaking up so bad I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
You're freezing up.
So people like Elvis, they don't want to come back. They have peaceful, happy lives now, and they could have never experienced it on the same trajectory they were on before. One, they were being forced to live the cabal life, the Satanism, and they didn't want to. So, that was their bow out.
You just look at Bob Joyce sing, and if you loved Elvis, and if you watch the video clip of him singing with the Elvis impersonator, the first time I heard him sing "Glory, Glory," can't nobody hit them notes but Elvis. Tears started running down my. I said, "That's Elvis right there." Can't nobody sing that song, "Glory, Glory, Hallelujah," like Elvis can. And he hit every note in that song. I don't want to say just like Elvis. He is Elvis, so he could hit all them notes. Other people try to hit them notes. He hit them notes. And back then, he was probably 77, 78 years old. Yes, and there's like Trump travels in one of them Suburbans, armored. Well, Bob Joyce, there's somebody shot with a long lens video of him at Graceland. What would he be doing in Graceland? Do you know what I mean? Why would what would he be doing in an armored car at Graceland? I'm adding you back. There you are, Mike. What is the RV? The RV is the reevaluation of currency worldwide. What does that mean? I don't want to go into great details because I don't want to get anybody's hopes up for this or that. But what they're going to try to do is when they reevaluate the money here is worth the same money over there. So there is no, our money's worth 82 cents more on a dollar than it is in a poor country. They're going to try to make all the currencies the same level across the whole earth. And that's what the quantum banking system does. And that's what the RV, the reevaluation, will do. But that has to be done before they can even put the new banking system in. Because once they do, all the banks are complicit to come as one. Because as we know, the SWIFT system doesn't exist anymore. And they're running side by side. As soon as that ends, It's just going to be, you got to understand that none of the Rothschild banks are around no more. I mean, Russia came out and said they don't have any there no more. So when Trump went along and all them countries capitulated to him, that capitulated means they agreed to work with him to destroy the cabal, that they were going to tear down the banking system. And they've done that. The banking system owned us through the Federal Reserve, as we taught you guys a way back, but some of you guys are new. The Federal Reserve was created, and then your birth certificate was used to trade as your body as collateral, because there was no more gold left to back the US dollar. It was all a fraud. And your birth certificates were used to trade on the stock market since the day you were born as collateral for the cash that they were letting us borrow from the Rothschilds. Just a little bit of the background, what we're leading up and getting away from. We're getting away from that. We're no longer under that rule, and it really, a lot of thanks goes to the man that saved the flag. He has a lot to do with that too, because we would have went back under British law rules if he didn't capture the flag. Gould, whatever his name is, and how much is he involved in this? Nobody even knows at this point. So there's a lot of questions that still have to be answered. But that's where we are, and that's why we have to have the reevaluation. So everybody's money is on one level playing field, and that way all the money with the quantum banking system, you can't rob the bank. You can't steal money. It's all controlled by a supercomputer. The first few years, there'll be coin and there'll be bills. But I heard after the first 3 years, it'll be just a digital currency. And what is there to steal? You'd have to break into the quantum computer to steal any money. You see what I'm saying? That's why banks will be dumbed down, and there'll be so much more wealth, and nobody can steal stuff, and the prices are going to go down to where we were in the 60s, the 70s, maybe even the 50s. Right, Mike? Boy, they're really getting you tonight, Mike. You're freezing up really bad, boy. Reevaluation. That's right. I think Jeff should start a show for some of you guys in this show. Jeff goes on about 20 different shows a week.
And so, yes.
You are breaking up so bad, man. If you can hear me, we cannot hear you.
All right, so
we're not going
to. Can you hear me?
Barely. You are completely frozen, and I hear about every. No, not worth a darn. How are the elderly going to function? Let me tell you something. A lot better than they are now, because under GESARA, they're going to get a lot more money in retirement. It won't be called Social Security. It will be called just retirement, I would guess, unless they make a name up for it. There's going to be no Social Security disability, no retirement. It's just going to, I mean, Social Security disability, or, you get Social Security after you're 65. It'll be simply called retirement. And it's already noted, if you look up GESARA, type it in DuckDuckGo, it'll tell you that the seniors will be treated completely different than they are now. Instead of getting, I'm just saying allegedly, okay, instead of getting $800 to $1,100 a month, you would get $10,000 a month. You got to understand, when they went over below the Vatican, they seized $340 quadrillion, enough to make everybody in the whole world a millionaire. But we can't do that. Nobody would work. So they figured out a plan how they're going to give everybody a little bit at a time to keep people working. Okay. So that's what the plan is, to have better medical care. The med beds will take care of all the doctors. There'll be no more medicines, because you'll be able to cure everything naturally. You got to know that the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers, mainly the Rockefellers, own the majority of the giant university hospitals in this country, and they're the ones funding all this stuff along with the cabal, to keep the medicines going that you're taking, that they claim to save your life, when everything can be cured with light and heat, light, and what else? Sound can cure anything. And you're going to find that out real soon. If you think it's bull, you can head on, just change the channel. You don't have to stay here. It's not bull. It's what's going to really happen. That's it. My internet is buffering too. Is mine? Am I buffering or just Mike was buffering? Sometimes Mike has issues where he's at. Yes, it was 125 miles of gold, 8 foot high and 24 foot wide. That's how much gold they had stole ever since back, I don't know, from the start of time almost. From the pirate days, they've been stealing gold, hiding chapters out of the Bible. You're going to see it all. You'll find out what the Catholic Church was really all about. And I don't knock it. I was a Catholic as a kid. Communion, confirmation. I remember all that, but I remember all the trouble that the church got in all the time. So, you know, the Pope was arrested 1.5 years, 2 years ago. He's no longer, they CGI him. That's, and another guy wearing a mask. They've all been, everybody over there. You got to remember that Da Vinci satellite, it helped change the votes. They were in on it too. This is all getting exposed, folks. All of it. And did you see the new movie? What is it called? Deep something, that's getting ready to come out in the next day or so. And it's about the election. The Deep Fake is what it was called. Here comes Mike again. Let's welcome him back. I think he hooked up an antenna, a coat hanger to get better reception. That looks a little better, bro.
Thank you. They got rebooted everything. Excuse me.
What about the IRS is defunct? There's no.
Okay, so listen.
No more. Deep Rig is the name of the movie getting ready to come out. Thank you, Brian. Have you heard about it, Mike?
Yes, I've heard about the Deep Rig. That's what we got hoodoo by. What's his name?
The guy Patrick we're not too fond about.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, I was asked on the phone call to back up with McAfee and let you know that he's not totally straightforward white hat. All right. He had tax evasion issues along with some corrupt Bitcoin dealings is the reason why they wanted him brought down in the first place. But all that stuff came out during the process. All right.
So he does have dirt on everybody.
Yes, he does have the dirt. But the reason why they found out he had the dirt so late is because of his corruptness.
I can't control the chat from inside a StreamYard, so guys, deal with it.
So, and I've also, can you hear me?
Yeah, you went out for a second.
All right. So, also the he's not the only one singing. Okay, there is another one there that is singing like a canary, from what I'm hearing. All right, and his last name starts with a C, and his first letter in his first name is a B. Okay.
B. He needs a BC powder.
The word BITCH was used.
Are the blackheads bad? Yes.
Anyway,
the whiteheads,
they're singing a lot of stuff right now, from what I understand.
I don't know if that could be the name,
you know, and the BC. All right, so guys, right? Can you hear me?
No,
can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah, allegedly it's the seating. Okay, can you hear me?
You're froze.
Doug.
I cannot, because you're breaking about every 10th word.
Man, all right.
Why don't you call in?
All right, I'm calling you.
Yo, just call in. All right. And Mike says, I am. All right. So here's Mike on the phone. Go ahead.
All right. So can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. You allegedly have the name correct, BC. All right. Also, in Portugal, we believe an official celebration started tonight about 7 p.m. with a sign, fireworks going off behind it, people celebrating in front of it that said GESARA.
Wow.
It has started. That is an official release. You heard it here first. GESARA has started.
Wow, that's huge, huge news. Share this out. That means if GESARA started, NESARA started too, because we have to be first. Oh, we thought we did.
No, I think we're going to come along as it all goes, from what I was just told. But the smaller countries have less resistance and have started.
Timothy, we don't need better equipment. We need better internet. Okay, we got Jeff just posted Dianne Feinstein just listed her Tahoe house for $41 million. Are you there, Mike?
Yes. Wow.
We could send him a link if he wants to come on. And let him if he's heard anything about this. So I'm going to send him a link real quick and see.
You're hearing the same things. I got an official announcement of GESARA starting at 7 p.m. What they believe is Portugal. Okay.
I'm not doubting what you're saying. I just want to get somebody to back that up. You don't mind, do you?
The Geraldine Maza in our chat has said, I heard the military has activated NESARA and GESARA, some in Florida, some in California, etc., getting overwhelming amounts of money.
I better check my checking account then.
Don't let this be about the money.
No, it's about what can we do for humanity, brother.
That's right. That's right.
And the word is Britney Spears is getting ready to spill the beans on all of the music industry in Hollywood.
Especially her dad.
He's rotten. He's Satanist.
Yeah. So you're going to send Jeff a link?
Yeah, I just sent him a link. Let's see if he comes on. He usually jumps on when I send him a link. Just give him a minute. He probably has to light up his cigar. You know how he is. Yeah, but maybe this is it. It sounds like it, don't it, Mike? I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Guys, share this out. They're celebrating GESARA overseas. That's NESARA, but it's over across seas. That the switch is happening as we speak. That's I got goosebumps.
They made it look like Feinstein bought citizenship in China years ago. Feinstein has been exiled to China. GP will deal with her once he's cleared to CCP.
Wow. Let me see if I can see if he's answered me. Hold on, Mike.
All right. GESARA is global economic reset. Okay, and it's quantum. It's not the globalist reset, but it's the quantum reset.
Okay, I got Jeff, man. Hold on a minute. Jeff, we're hearing breaking news that GESARA has started and people are partying overseas. I thought it was supposed to start here first with NESARA, but we're getting reports that people are setting off fireworks and banners that say GESARA.
GESARA.
Overseas, Mike's got confirmation from a couple of people.
All right, hold on.
The RV hasn't happened yet, far as we know. Well, he's got connections, so we'll see what Jeff has to say.
Yeah, GESARA is global. NOSARA is national.
And Jeff, did you see at the White House?
Charlie Ward has confirmed.
I don't believe nothing Charlie Ward says. But anyway, but listen, at the White House today, there was about 150 to 200 people on the back porch. Biden can't pull that many people at a rally, bro. Something's either they were filming or something was going on, right?
Right.
We were also discussing that let me say it right this time, McAfee might be the switch that starts it all.
Here's the weird thing about McAfee. All right. So I was talking to a guy at Homeland Security, and I wanted to ask him, from the time that I was in and used DoD computers. So anytime, no matter whether you have a secure laptop where you use an encrypted site, or if you're using a computer in a SCIF, there's always a sticker on that machine that basically allows Big Brother to monitor your PC. That it doesn't matter whether it's the President of the United States or an E1 sitting in a pause copying Morse code. So when I asked him this, hold on one second.
Okay. Mike, see if you can talk now.
I can talk.
Not on here, on your microphone, on the computer.
How about now? Can you hear me?
I can hear you on your phone.
Hold my phone.
My person said that there is a reason why there were C-17s last week, a shitload of them, than normal.
Okay.
So they were moving equipment from what he's understanding.
Wow.
And I can tell you, I went to the bank this evening and the ATM was out. It says down due to servicing, but that could be any number of things. I don't know. Here's the thing. If you go back in time and you listen to some of this, see, they always thought John McAfee was a whack job. And that guy knows where all the bodies are buried, because when you use, because the government has a contract, DOD has a contract with McAfee and Sun Systems, and that software, they can detect, the software that's on it, they can detect any keystroke, and it goes into a computer system in NSA. So they can pull it up based, let's say I'm sitting in South Korea and I'm working at a field station, and my field station has a field station number dash, a number dash, and my pause, which is the position I'm working on, which is also known as your computer. That's also done through a MAC address. So there's this long chain of numbers that associate whatever you're typing on the keyboard goes into a folder at NSA. So they can pull up screens, anything they want. So now if they have deployed this, which I was told 100% on any computer that goes out of the general accounting office who does any distributions, that software is placed on there just for this type of crazy shit. So they've known about whatever, whether who has it. But for him to come out 2 or 3, I think it was 2 or 3 days ago. It says, hey, if I end up dead, activate the kill switch. And then you have a Department of Homeland Security plane that mysteriously leaves Barcelona and I believe flew to the Bahamas before it went to Reagan International.
That's a little strange, huh?
Well, I asked somebody, why would they go to the Bahamas? And they told me for coconuts. So I'm trying to figure out what coconuts means. Right.
Code word for something.
Right, exactly. So
yeah. Jeff, it would make great sense to have a civilian leak all this material as opposed to a government employee, wouldn't it?
Yes, I would think.
And then we don't have to wait on the report. We don't have to wait on the D class. This will be the D class, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because that UFO report that they put out today, they should have wiped their ass with that. That was 9 pages of garbage.
Right.
I mean, there was nothing in there that I couldn't have made up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then one of the agents that I was talking to today said that I want to say it was a Bolivian person, maybe the president of Bolivia, his wife or his wife's parents owned an apartment or a condo inside that building in Miami. And there was some heat between the State Department and this individual on some type of money issues. But I'll tell you, look, I knew guys that used to do EOD all the time. And as soon as I see now, the first thing that I thought of was the Oklahoma City bombing. I mean, it could be nothing. It could be a structural failure. But if it was a structural failure, somebody's got a lot of answering to do. Me personally, it doesn't look like a structural failure.
It looked like a demolition.
Correct. Or a beam, shooting a laser.
Right.
Who knows? I mean, this is like the biggest hunt for Where's Waldo ever.
I got you. Absolutely.
And you have to think too, who is still. Oh, go ahead.
You have to understand that it's a lot of look here, not there. It's a lot of look here, not there. Okay, and the reason why is they're not ready for some of the stuff to be exposed, but they're ready for it to be happen. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And if they're saying that Mike Jaco, I don't know him personally. I know guys that have been on the teams with him. If he's saying he believes that it's a direct energy weapon, he has no reason to lie. And he would know more because he was in some HVT and snatch and grab teams. He would know a hell of a lot more about that than I would.
Well, they found a bunch of people in the undamaged part of the building afterwards. And from what I've understood, those people were paid to stay in there to raise the drama effect. And they knew they wouldn't be harmed if they did stay in certain positions in certain places. Okay? Right. I believe, Mike, as well, it was an energy weapon. You can look at the Oklahoma City bombing bill and that building in South or Surfside, Florida, and see the same damages. Okay?
Right.
I think the building was cut with a razor.
Right. Okay.
I agree.
So I just got a text that the Global Economy Security and Recovery Act looks like it's possibly a go. And
would
that's
that be part
from,
of the? Would that be part of the reevaluation?
yeah, that's GESARA.
Wow, this is huge.
That's
Yeah,
another confirmation.
he said he hasn't been able to confirm, but it looks like it may be a go.
Wow, I'm getting
In the first place, and I'll have to see if I can find a Iraqi news site television show because I heard that's where they were going to start it first. Let me see if I can pull one up while you guys are talking.
Yeah. Well, we heard that they're trading the dinar right now on the forex.
Yes.
Okay.
That's been confirmed, and that would have to happen before GESARA or NESARA happen, or the RV would happen.
Absolutely. And also, we heard just moments ago that there are pictures and video of a small country with a celebration with GESARA signs all over the place.
I can't wait to see that, man. I got goosebumps, man. This might be it, guys. This might be
We
it.
also have our personal differences with Charlie Ward, but he has confirmed all this, and I think you can take that to the bank. He's also confirmed that people have received debt relief letters all over the world as well recently.
Wow. Wow. Somebody just sent me a picture of that building getting ready to collapse. And it looks like I don't know. Let me share the picture and you guys explain this to me.
I was just asked, has my debt been canceled? Question mark.
Look at the top. You see that picture?
What the hell?
How does that even happen? Jeff, I got questions.
Right?
How does that happen?
Did you guys listen to this Britney Spears court gig?
Uh-huh.
That judge needs to be slapped.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, she's getting ready to expose all of it. And we already know there's at least one clone of her, at least one, that they use. That she's so popular, they would want to use one to make more money. And she's been controlled by her father for years, and he's part of the deep state. Okay, my guy's all over this. Let me share my screen again. That's why I'm getting him a mic, and he's coming on here on some of our shows. Let me share my screen again, and he is sharing some more stuff with me. He's pretty smart. Now check this out. That right there is the forensics.
We're not seeing it yet, Doug.
You seeing it?
No, sir.
Huh. I'm sharing my screen. Do you see it, Jeff?
Yeah, you can see the top part and then the bottom where it has that circled saying what.
Yeah, so that is like the radar of it or the energy of it, I think is what he's trying to show us. So see how the pixels, he's saying, see how all the pixels match both pictures?
Mm-hmm.
So that's absolutely a real picture, not photoshopped. How is that giant piece of concrete just hanging in the air? Something's up, man. Like you said, that could have been one of them things from space, man. And they want you to think it's something else. Do you know what I mean? And as you think it can't get any weirder, here it comes. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
It's really, really looking strange stuff. Now he's telling me now that is the circle you saw in the picture. I think it's a ship. He thinks it's a ship. Well, it's not the mothership. All I know is that's some weird stuff right there. Now, I guess a ship could have come in there and took the building down. We'll never know what really took down the building in Oklahoma. They said it was, fertilizer and diesel fuel.
Right.
That's what they said. Just like they have a patsy for everything that goes wrong. We caught the guy in 30 minutes that shot this place. We got the guy that shot everybody in Vegas right off the bat. No, he was a patsy. He got shot. Then people got shot out of a DOT helicopter. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what really happened. They were trying to kill the prince, and Trump saved them, and people got caught in crossfires. What it was. GESARA update. It's happening. It sounds like what we haven't completely confirmed it, but there are initial reports that other countries are celebrating it as we speak. Somebody said it was Battleship Galactica. Come on, man. It's not a laughing matter because what is 150 people missing? And we all pray for them families. That's not something we'd wish on anybody. He said he did the pixel test on it to make sure it was a picture. But anyways, he knows how to do all that kind of stuff. Yeah, we see everything's the same, bro. So this is a big night. I guess I won't get much sleep because I'm going to stay up with this all night long, man. This is the biggest thing that happened since,
Right.
So
and Trump, I know Trump's in Ohio tomorrow. And some of the guys from our Northern Division office was mobilized south as part of the pre-team. He said he released that thing saying it's Europe for a big surprise.
It be sooner than later is what he said, right? Here's a sure sign.
Yes, he said sooner than later.
Listen. The sure sign is he would not be putting on an event like he's doing tomorrow and have the security he had as a civilian. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because they're going to have 1,000 agents at this thing. Do you know what I mean?
I think we're all buying the security thing. I mean, he's got security of a president because he is the president.
I would say
he never conceded.
He just said that the other day too.
That's right. He did say that. All right. Then we have not only his previous statement being backed up by him, but also General Flynn coming out and saying you will see some crazy, weird, big, large things happening in the next 3 to 4 weeks.
Right. Let's see.
The rally in Ohio is all about showing the numbers of people that are in this movement.
Well, I don't know how many they're going to set. Do we know how big that event is, or is it just going to be another typical airport event?
What, tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh no, they have they showed pictures of it today, and it looked like they had about 20 to 30,000 seats and bleachers.
Oh my God!
There'll be 1 million people there inside now. Okay, the goal is to show the numbers of the people in the movement. So when the numbers in Arizona come out, it's not so hard to swallow.
Yes, absolutely. The resistance wouldn't be as bad as we would think. But just like I said before, this thing switches over. Don't think that the cabal's going to roll over and play dead. They're not. By no means. But I'm pretty sure we've got most of them. But they're sitting in there letting these kids in the country. They could be handing them, stuff as they walk through. You're going to be involved in this city. You're going to be involved. And they train, as Jeff knows, they train these little mercenary kids in other countries. How they train them right down in Louisiana, our own country does, teenagers to be killers. And they do it in other countries. Don't think they ain't slipping these kids through at the border at nighttime.
Right.
So I think that's the sleeper cells we got to worry about that they're bringing in at nighttime. I put a picture on my Facebook page today of they use some night vision because our guy is down at the border right now. And I think what you're going to see down there is Abbott get exposed, even if it gets to where Trump goes to the border. He's going to expose. He's a black hat. He's not on the good side. He wants to be, but he's not. So, I mean, something's got to be done. We can't keep letting these people in here. It's got to stop. We're drowning with, and they're not good people. They're just not coming from Mexico. They're coming from the countries that have terrorists too. There's a lot of bad people getting in our country right now.
Yeah.
But the good news is we're hearing, little things coming out that GESARA has started overseas. That is huge.
Well, yeah, wouldn't that be something if that was the dead man switch?
It just makes sense, though, don't it? Remember when you said it makes sense if he got arrested over across? This even makes more sense, doesn't it? You don't want it to be somebody in our government exposing it. You don't want it to be somebody that's associated with the government or in the military or an attorney or anything like that. This guy was hated supposedly by our country. Now he dumps all the information.
Well, that's modern day Howard Hughes.
Yep. Crazy. Your thoughts, Jeff? What do you think?
Well, I mean, I know we've been down this road before. There's just too many coincidences. I mean, eventually, like I've always said, some conspiracy. I mean, I'm on board with some stuff, other stuff. I rattle my head about. But I do know what our government's capable of to a certain aspect. But you have to ask yourself, why in the hell would they send a military aircraft to Barcelona and it flies out shortly before, shortly after, whatever the time frame is? The only thing I can think of is you had to send, and even with that, even if you had to confirm the body, normally they do that through DNA or fingerprints because it takes a lot of assets to get somebody overseas. So it would be interesting to see. I mean, I know it was a Department of Homeland Security plane that flew out of there, but why would you? What significance does Barcelona have other than McAfee? Now, whether good guys having, bad guys having, who knows? I don't know.
Well, I think that one, we have to remember that we are watching a movie. Okay? We know what the end results are. We just don't know how we're going to get there or when. So, we can definitely say with the last couple of days, we have thickened the plot to the point where it has got to come to a head.
Yeah, I mean, we're at the verge of civil war in Texas, Jeff. I mean, the militia's ready to go.
Yeah,
the guys in the Frog News Network Telegram group, the admins, please kick Michael out. I've had enough of his prove it statements. He needs to get the hell out of our group.
Michael who?
All I can see is Michael.
Oh, and that's on Telegram or on YouTube? Yes, on
the Telegram group.
Okay. I'll see if I can find that as well, Mike. But, man, there's some exciting times look like that are coming up. Just remember, guys, we've been telling you for 3 months to get ready for this. Make sure you got batteries. Make sure you got candles. Make sure you got food. There's no telling what's going to happen. There's good news coming, but we got to be prepared too. You know what I mean? We got to be prepared. We all say that we're prepared.
And I think the key thing for tomorrow is analyzing everything that Trump says. Everything that he says. Because he may not just come out and say it, but I'm sure there's going to be, if any of this is true, I'm sure there's going to be some hints.
Yeah, he's going to drop some bombs tomorrow.
Well,
right,
the comms, guys. The comms will start in the morning. The bombs will start towards dinner.
Well, here will be the key. My personal take. We have to look at if any of the stock exchanges in the world market have closed down.
Because we have to collapse the economies, right?
Well, that would be my guess. So I would probably, look at the Nippon in Japan. And what better day to do it if you're going to do it on a Friday evening, because our market don't open on the weekends. I know some of the overseas markets, they operate on Saturday and then they do the futures on Sunday. So that would be a definite warning sign.
Savino tweets. As we get our hands on them, we'll share them in Telegram group. But keep up with the Savino tweets the next couple days.
Absolutely.
Trump as it is.
Absolutely, guys. So look, I'm ready to go dig at some intel and find out and talk to some people what's going on, because this all broke while we were on the show. Once again, Mike, hold on a second. If we just help one person tonight, we felt like we've done our job. Hey, look, guys, this is a place where God wants us all to come together as one. That's why he agrees with the show. Mike, if you close us out in a prayer. Jeff, thanks for jumping on with us, bud.
Yeah, no problem.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for those of us that have eyes to see and ears to hear the truth and share it with those that may or may not. We thank you for the blessings. And we even thank you for the pain that some of us may be going through. We thank you in a way because we know you brought us to it. You're going to see us through it. That is your promise, God, and we praise you for it. We praise you for the love and the protection over the children at the border and all over the world. And we praise you for the love and the protection and the want and desire of those that want to adopt those children and give them that kind of love that you can share with them. Father, we thank you and we pray the blood of Jesus over each and every one of us in your protection. It's in Jesus' mighty name that we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank y'all for coming on, watching tonight. If there's any more breaking news, we will jump back on here live. You know we've done it before and we'll do it again. Jeff B., thanks for coming on, bro.
Yep,
I hope we're seeing what's going to happen come to fruition. And man, I'm just excited to dig in to see what's going on. Guys, we'll keep you updated in the Telegram group. Like I said, if we need to go back live, we will. Have a good night. Hopefully we see you tomorrow night. Good night.
Good night, guys.